Super Mario Galaxy, despite being an old Wii game, still manages to look pretty good to this day. The way this is achieved is through its use of materials. You want to make sexy looking models? Well, you gotta use its materials. Sometimes flat textures just aren't enough. Any sort of texture in the game that is either transparent or is animated in some way, or has a shine to it, or just looks good, it's all done with materials. And today, I'll show you how it's done. Step 1. Find a good looking model. Step 2. Find the model's name and where it is in the files. You see this ARC file? Make a new folder and put it there. Step 3. Extract the ARC file. This can be done with Wii Explorer or just by dragging this ARC file to this lovely program. Step 4. Convert the BDL to DAE. This BDL here is the model you want. Now you can just drag it to Super BMD Rotate and you'll receive your DAE file, which you can easily import to Blender. Step 5. It's Blender time. Now that we're in Blender, make sure you delete the skeleton root thing in the center, then press num3, which is right here, then zoom out, select the entire model and rotate the model minus 90 degrees. Then press Ctrl A and apply the rotation. You might want to increase your view distance, so press N and just type a bunch of 9s here. Now you can zoom out and see the model you choose. Step 6. Import your model into this. Then find the material you want to use. In your folder you can see all of the textures as PNGs. If you want to replace a texture, you can. Just grab your new texture and rename it to the one you're replacing. Okay, now this part is very important, so pay attention. Select the mesh of the model, go to edit mode, select all the vertices and delete them by pressing X. Now just create a simple plane in the center, locate your model, and this part is very precise. Hold shift. First select that plane you made of the mesh with the material, and then select your model, press Ctrl J. This should merge the material pretty easily. Be very careful with the order of which you merge models. It has to be the plane first and then your model, otherwise you would lose all of the textures and shading. I don't exactly know why this happens, so you just gotta be careful. But if you manage to merge the material with your model, you should delete the plane. Now you should see the material window so you can make sure that it has the correct name. And make sure that it doesn't have 001 at the end. You can repeat the exact same process to other meshes of your model as well. When it's all done, click the view icons on your model's meshes and delete the remaining meshes of the original. Export your model as an FBX into the directory of where you extracted the original file. Now it's time to use the good old command prompt. Drag the Super BMD executable here, press space, drag your FBX here, press space, type in --mat, press space, and drag your materials.json. Press space again, type in --text header space and drag your text header.json, and don't forget, press space again, type in --rotate. Very important. Now press enter. Wait, that actually worked? Yes indeed, you shall now receive a BMD file. Now you can open this beautiful website called noclip.website. In here you can drag any BMD or BDL to see how it will look in game, and it gives you pretty much perfect results. If you want to change some color or a detail about the way it looks, you can open another lovely program known as ReStudio. Drag the BMD file here and you can now look at plenty of options. Here you can mess around with the colors a bit, which is useful in a lot of cases. Here you can adjust how much that lighting thing works. I don't know how to call it. If your material is too bright, you can adjust some settings here. You can even make it so that it's double-sided if you want. Be careful with the mip maps. They don't show in NoClip, but they do in game. I usually turn them off for any material that isn't water or lava. You can have them turned on if you're using the original unmodified texture, but I usually don't because it can cause some very weird things sometimes, so it's up to you. After all of that is done, you can save the model somewhere. It's going to save as a BMD, so now we need to convert it to a BDL. Open J3D View, then just import your model in that program, and save it as a BDL. That should be it. Now, when you're making it an ARC file, you need to steal its BTK file and rename it to the file of your model. And you can also put some collision in it. And then place all of the files in a folder, ARC packet, then Yazo encoded, blah 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 blah, put it in the game and test. Oh my god, Water. As I said, you can apply the exact same process to pretty much any model of the main game and it will most likely work. And if you want, you can even use materials from other games, such as Super Mario Sunshine or Mario Kart Double Dash, because they both have the same model format. Like this Rainbow Bridge material was stolen from Double Dash, don't tell Nintendo. And this fountain too, I guess, Rico Harper. But I did remodel the fountain itself, so it should be fine. That should be it for this tutorial. My other two videos are unfortunately very outdated, and I'm embarrassed that it's one of my most viewed videos. But I just hope this tutorial remains relevant, at least for a while. I've been using this exact method for over a year now, and it's still working for me, so I hope it works for you. If you have any other questions, you can always DM me on Discord or tell me in the comments. I always read all of them because I love you guys. Well, now that you have this knowledge, go make the next Super Mario Gravity. Come on. Do it.